The music was booming, lights flashing over the dance floor, and laughter filled every corner of the room. I stood near the bar with a drink in my hand, scanning the crowd until my eyes landed on her, my wife, Emma. But instead of smiling back at me, she was wrapped in another man's arms, swaying slowly as if the rest of the world had disappeared. My heart tightened. In that instant, it felt like the ground beneath me gave way. She wasn't simply dancing, she was lost in him, her head resting on his shoulder, a soft smile on her lips that I hadn't seen in weeks. My first reaction was anger. Every muscle in my body went rigid as my grip tightened around the glass. But beneath the anger was something far worse. Pain. Betrayal. We had arrived at this party together, yet there I was, standing alone while she chose someone else in full view of everyone. My thoughts raced. Was this just a careless moment, or had it been happening longer? Either way, her choice was clear. I couldn't stand there and watch her discard everything we had built. I set my drink down and moved toward the exit. Each step felt heavy, but I refused to make a scene. If she wanted to humiliate me in front of our friends, I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of watching me beg or explode. My silence would speak for me. I slipped on my jacket, opened the door, and stepped into the cool night air. For me, this was the end. The street outside was quiet compared to the chaos inside. I walked slowly, trying to steady myself, my breath visible in the cold. I thought about our years together, the promises we made, the late-night conversations, the dreams we shared. How had it come to this? Had I ignored the signs? Maybe I'd grown too comfortable, believing love alone was enough. Tonight proved it wasn't. I reached my car and leaned against it, staring at the pavement. My phone buzzed in my pocket, but I ignored it. I didn't need excuses or explanations. I had seen the truth, and that was enough. I pulled out my keys, ready to drive away and leave everything behind, when the sound of hurried footsteps cut through the silence. "Wait!" Her voice trembled, breathless. I looked up to see Emma running toward me in her heels, hair messy from the dance floor. She grabbed my arm, eyes wide with panic. "Please don't leave. It's not what you think." Her words hung in the cold air, but I stayed silent, jaw clenched. I wanted to believe her, but the image of her in his arms was burned into my mind. She tried to explain, words spilling out in desperation. "He's an old friend, that's all. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to dance. I didn't realize how it looked." She clutched my hand as if afraid I'd disappear, her eyes shining with tears. "I looked for you the moment I realized you were gone. Please don't let this ruin us." I turned to face her fully, my chest rising with slow, deep breaths. "You humiliated me, Emma," I said quietly, my voice low but cutting. "In front of everyone. Do you even know how that felt? Watching my wife, wrapped around another man?" She shook her head quickly, tears sliding down her cheeks. "I'm sorry. I was careless, but it was only a dance. I swear you're the one I love. Please don't walk away from me." Her words cracked the walls I had built over the last hour. I studied her face, searching for sincerity, for any hint that this was just another lie. But what I saw instead was fear of losing me. The anger inside me didn't vanish, but it softened into something else. Disappointment, sadness, and maybe still love. I didn't say yes, I didn't say no, but I let her hold my hand. For now, that was enough for her. That night, we didn't go back inside. We drove home in silence, her hand resting on mine, as if she was afraid I would disappear if she let go. The road ahead wasn't clear. There was trust to rebuild and wounds that still needed healing. But as I sat there beside her, I realized something important. Sometimes, betrayal doesn't end a marriage instantly. Sometimes it becomes the fire that forces you to face what you've been avoiding. Whether we survive this or not, only time would tell. But one thing was certain.